While some surprise you with affectations of the worst type of alpha male, you smile and suffer through the indignities dished out, believing this will all end with the advent of love. You cry, watch old Shah Rukh romances, pick yourself up and attempt to sift through the remains of the city's romantic detritus. Films and friends fuel hope. If this city managed to manufacture Shah Rukh Khan, there must be someone out there. But reality launches multiple missile strikes on your faith. In the national capital of India, the winter air has become as toxic as many of its bachelors. This is a city where I've witnessed a portly man give a petite beauty queen a hard time for her weight. A man standing at 5 feet 2 inches abruptly ended a first date 3 minutes into it, following a 3-month-long exchange. His excuse was simple, and he felt no need to hide it. He had walked into the cafe and felt that she, at 5 feet 5, was too short. He knew that he could find a partner capable of actually adding inches to his social height, and exclaimed that he predominantly dated modelly girls. A man with multiple failed business laughs at his date's successful ventures. And on countless occasions, I've giggled at a certain young global leader type man who has sadly conflated achievement with being photographed attending important meetings. He'll lecture women on leadership only to eventually suggest that these women quit well-paid jobs because there is no growth or future in it for them. At times he will consume too much vodka and confess that women use their gender as an excuse for their general profession incompetence. You sigh and dream endlessly of Shah Rukh. For all the single women I know and love, romance in Delhi always feels like an incessant negotiation with one's worst insecurities and inadequacies. For those yet to find happiness in solitude, lamenting about love and romantic mishaps becomes a part-time job in the city. Those who don't complain have capitulated to its conjugal circus. Many are worn out. Others have given up. A few have struck gold. In my case, the first decade of life was spent being socialized to find the one. The next was dedicated to searching for him. I suppose the third shall be spent recovering from my quest. A few years ago, the Indian Army and I could have been accused of a similar form of discrimination, favoring Jats and Rajputs. While my dearest friends suggested I was dating the who's who of human crap, a petitioner in the Supreme Court highlighted a form of bias in the Indian Army's recruitment policies for the Presidential Bodyguards, or PBG. Unsurprisingly, the Army defended itself on physical grounds. The PGP was a small ceremonial unit which demanded tall officers, over 6 feet, with common build and appearance to ensure adequate pomp and projection during events at Rashtrapati Bhavan. Thus, only martial castes would suffice. Despite the trivial nature of my love affairs compared to lofty affairs of state, I found deep parallels between the Army's defense and mine. For me too, a partner had become an accessory in the performance art that was my social life in Delhi. Unable to bear the weight of being on my own or being myself, I chose to burrow into one of Delhi's feudal landed gentry. Determined to break away from the nerd herd at university, I was mesmerized by this man's quiet confidence. His sense of self-possession born of privilege and financial freedom that arose from successful investments seduced my anxious salaried soul.